Welcome back to K&L Farms. I'm Ken. I hope this video finds you well. On the channel, you've probably seen the last few days I've been storing stuff inside buildings, excuse me, our covers, trying to get my equipment underneath the inside of some of the storages. But you don't know how many times in my life I've been in 2 or 3 feet of snow wandering around my property, trying to remember exactly where I put something because I needed it on that certain day. So what happens is, on my homestead, I have seasons. I've always said seasons for years and years. So I have certain seasons, like the gardening or the construction area, putting equipment away. Normally it runs about a month. And I recall from last year, and the same situation is happening this year, is I do my fire prepper, or my wildland fire preparation in October, November. Now remember, around November, target date used to be November 6th. It's going to start snowing. So in order to do the fire preparation, or get my combustibles in an area and start burning combustibles, I got to wait, because right now I'm still in a burn ban. And when we're in a burn ban, we don't even, we don't run chainsaws, we don't run equipment. I won't bring a tractor out in this area, and this is a key area. And there's a question, and it'll be around when I pose it to you. And if you have an opinion, leave it in the comment, around that stump. Now that stump, somehow, I don't know how you get from stumps to snags, but that stump will be around the question we posed around that stump right there. But in my experience from this last summer, so it's been fairly recently, I'm on the volunteer fire department, which you know by now, and I went on, I don't know, 5 to 8 fires this last year. And 5 to 8 fires, when I get dispatched out, the department does, and I go out on a fire, usually it's immediately. I mean, the distance around me is within, usually the fires that I've been on this year are within, let's say, 10 miles of town. They're within 10 miles. So I was fairly, and we try and do that, fairly rapid response. So the fires that I've been on that's been fairly rapid response, usually from lightning strikes. In fact, all the fires I went on this year were from lightning strikes. And I think that's why that's a snag. I think that was one of the taller trees in this area, and it got hit by lightning, and that's what caused it. So let's get back to rapid response. I get to a fire. The fire footprint is within 100 feet radius, and it's low profile. That's where you want to be. Low profile means it's crawling around in the grass, and it's looking for a tree like that. It wants to find a tree. I think that tree is mostly pitch, but it's been dead out for years, and that's an ideal situation to grow a fire. I don't want to have a tree that close to my homestead where it's going to crawl up that tree, and it could stay there for weeks and months at a time. The other thing that's been in my family, kind of prone in my family for years, and it goes way back. I don't know, it didn't come from my grandfather, didn't come from my dad. I'm not sure where it came from, but in my family, we don't start brush piles to get our combustibles down until snow is coming. So snow's coming in November, December, and that's why I was trying to get some of it combined, some of the material combined, because I'm going to be into snow season, or excuse me, into my fire prevention season pretty quick, but I got to wait for that burn ban to come off before I can do any of that. But the other thing I'm going to tell you is I've felled my share of trees, and I've been running chainsaws most of my life, a considerable length of my time. That tree is not a safe tree. How I get it down, I don't know. But I've seen senior fallers that do just falling for a living, bring in an excavator and push that over. They don't chop that over. That's very dangerous, so I wouldn't undertake that if you aren't real familiar, and I would might even consider it myself, be prone to pushing that over with a tractor. So anyway, the question is, okay, so say this gets a fire, got a log down there, I think it's in the frame, I'll pick up that stuff, that's no big deal, and I'll clear me out a path for burning, and I'll put that on the ground. The problem is, and the thing to consider is that better for animal habitat, birds, different bugs and that type of deal, or is it more involved in fire danger? That's the question. Should I leave it for animal habitat because me and everybody I know where I live, they take that into consideration. Are they going to damage the environment or the situation for this little plot of area, removing that tree? Now, if I got a brush fire or wildland fire going on my place, I'll be cussing myself if I don't take that tree down. So I'm considering taking that down. But anyway, that's what I was going to work on today. I'm not going to work on cutting that down today. I'm still in consideration because remember, I can't. Okay, so this is the area from last year. You see how all the trees are pretty clean. They're all growing. They all look pretty good. That burn pile right there is what I didn't get to last year. That's remaining this upcoming season. And also, it's not the frost. Well, part of it's the frost. It's not the snow so much, because I can still get a fire going, a couple feet of snow. What happens is everything starts freezing the ground. You can't get it picked back up. And I also caught images of falling snag like that and how dangerous it is. So you need to take that into account. Take a look if you'd like.